but I certainly hope it will. Either way, Mirage, again, is what we are going to see. Now, this will be very interesting. Again, I think the story of the Mirage we saw previously, at least for me, was how engaging it was to watch Heroic on the CT side. We don't know what sides these teams will take just yet, but we do know that FaZe clan are a heavy favorite. A heavy favorite indeed versus the likes of Evil Geniuses, who will begin defending. I think they'll be defending on both halves the way this is on paper. Let's see how it is in reality. No P250s for the FaZe clan squad. Carrigan and Brokey will be the grenade men for FaZe, and the rest will be rolling with the Glocks. So there'll be quite the confidence from FaZe. Maybe that utility will allow them to close the distance on these long-range USPs that have double the headshot range of the Glocks, roughly. Smokes going into the site then, as CT's been left open for the time being. There's another flash to be deployed by Carrigan, who is carrying the bomb. The HE makes some connection, I think, but the headshots are coming through from EG. So far, so good, as Rops tries to fight back if he can with an initial kill, almost a second one. And now Twist is the only man left. 1 versus 4. He's got so much to do. Minute 16 on the clock for him as he makes his way towards Connector, but no one is showing. He'll collect the bomb and collect a headshot. Hot lead in the face, and the pistols with EG.
Very clean start there for EG. Just winning those early fights and playing through the utility, playing ahead of it, which was nicely done. Even got a rare P2000 sighting on the server, with Breezy getting a kill on that weapon. And without a bomb plant, it is FaZe who are in a very poor position. See, I think Nelan is a pretty good fragger for an IGL, which is something that EG have to work with. Oh, this push out through Palace. They want to try and see if they can sneak a bomb plant here. There's no one playing on the site or in CT, so maybe there's a chance for a bomb plant.
In go the Lemmings as they try to get a bomb. Blood bombs on the floor right now. Breeze poking that last player with the FAMAS. I've never seen so many FAMAS kills in a round. That's a good round for EG. They started off well, but now the real test begins.
See what they can do against the AKs. Utility is a little short from FaZe on 1 or 2 of the players. That's certainly still enough for them to run a lot of their rounds. They've just got to be aware of that fact. And EG will take this as a bit of a bonus. Just the 1 premium rifle in the hands of Refresh. Can't be run boosting when there's a molly behind the mid boxes, but the standard boost will do nicely. And Rain, ooh, not quite ready for that fight. Automatic, unable to get back though. It's Carrigan wreaking havoc on mid. Finally traded, but he's done more than enough.
Nelan and Breeze left. They don't have the best weapons on the CT side just yet, but against these AKs, man, there is no mercy to be had versus FaZe. Off to the races immediately. Now, they might have money for the rifles, but if they all go for primary rifles here, I mean the main rifles, EG, they're going to have 0 util, more or less. Get them hunting rabid FaZe, getting started very, very early here. Just another day in the office in round 3 for FaZe clan. Breeze will make the sacrifice then and have the FAMAS so he can have some util. Needs that Molotov for the beginning of the round on A, and you can see that the FaZe were searching. 2 players there already, 3 around the A bomb site. The intentions are very clear for FaZe clan early.
Yeah, Carrigan and Rain, oftentimes the players that will work on that mid control. Sometimes they'll have more backup behind them. Sometimes it might just be them, or sometimes it might even be Rain left on the lurk. But they have got a little bit of map control there behind those mid boxes. Carrigan getting those big 2 kills on mid in the previous round. I think when Carrigan has a good game individually, his calling is just so good because he will just call for himself to find the weak spot on the map. Now, if Carrigan can keep that up, he has won another early fight here, this time getting the opening towards short. Automatic lying in wait to trade, and now it's the attempted A play.
EG holding on to Personnel lead for the time being. Full rotation towards A coming through. Breeze avoids the flashbang. Can he play off of a teammate? Rops has been tagged down to 2 HP, and Breeze will emerge with the FAMAS, but to no avail. Brokey still standing with 4 HP. That might be enough if he can land the headshots. He'll be going for the plant while Twist tries to cover. There'll be a poke from CT. And the bomb's on the floor now. Twist in the clutch. Twist makes quick work of the remainder of EG. Clutches the round for FaZe Clan.
Oh, back facing against NA teams and showing why he is so scary with that ability to just win those fights so quickly. I thought when the bomb plant got denied, it was going to be awkward for Twists. I thought he was going to have to try and get that bomb down, but instead he just fights his way out of it on the bomb site. One player committed into the open. The second man, Wiz, not able to trade. He gets caught from Connector. Big round early from Twists. And look at what it means for EG. Nothing for them in this round. Okay. 1 kill on the USPs. Can't ask for much more, really. It will be FaZe about to take the lead.
Yeah. This is a nothing round for EG. What happens here does not particularly matter. On to the next one. They did get 2 kills from it, though. That is notable. That does matter. If they can build on those frags in this round, a better situation from them than their last rifle round, then EG will have more space to buy grenades, more bandwidth for grenades. 4 silenced M4s, Nealon with the M4A4. Fellow M4A4 enjoyer. Instant smoke for Twist, and he'll be given a second smoke by his teammate. We'll see where that goes later on. So there is a plan in mind from FaZe at the beginning, the very beginning of this round. They have some serious intentions. Just a lurker towards A on this occasion for FaZe. They have a good spread across the map. Perhaps keeping an eye on EG, looking to make a play.
Yeah, nice little note there, actually, that Rops drops his smoke to Twist, because Rops is normally just going to be lurking away, oftentimes over towards Palace. Not really many useful smoke lineups from there. So just has an extra smoke given to his team instead. Here's some mid-round aggression from EG. Confident play into top mid, but Rain, really nice reaction there to flick up to the head. And Nealon decides he has to drop back.
That rotation will be heard by Twist, who can communicate that to his team. Maybe that information will give more room for the AWP to start working up towards top mid. 50 seconds on the clock as Twist is looking for someone to frag here. Clearing angles away now. That's a pretty deep molly, I think. Nealon still in that short position. The smoke goes up just in time. No, 27 seconds. Maybe the bomb was spotted on the radar. There is a crossfire for EG on the A bomb site at present. Breeze getting to work now. Automatic is dropped. And Breeze won't last too long. Does squeeze a second frag out of it, though. And Wiz is here as well. Brokey in the clutch now with 14 seconds. But Wiz will be able to hold on. Collects the AWP. And EG score another round.
Yeah, good work coming in from them. FaZe maybe not having the clean start that they would like. But EG winning the pistol has put them with a few rounds early on. Now they come through in a gun round as well. And I like that we saw the early round play from EG where they pushed into top mid. I want to see more of that from EG, making their own moves, making life difficult for FaZe, who are all grouped outside A in this round. Utility is at the ready. They're going to commit to this.
Here come the numbers of FaZe. The bomb site's being cleaned out. EG will be in a retake scenario. Refresh has got a molly. There are 2 smokes as well for EG. They could isolate these fights if they can keep the numbers up. And Carrigan will look to do something about that. There's the molly. But the bomb's planted on the other side. That open plant, that inverse plant, if you will. Carrigan trying to defend jungle. Automatic and Refresh drop 5 on 3. in favor of FaZe. And EG may be disengaging, certainly will be now with Breeze being dropped. You can see Wiz slowly starting to slink away with that AWP. FaZe will take the lead once again.
Yeah, good work from FaZe. Looks like some of these site executes could be a good way in for FaZe right now. That one was pretty clean. EG unable to fight really ahead of the smokes. They sort of try to fight for the site, but never really get into a good enough position. And that is something that FaZe have available to them. They are very willing to switch up the way they play based on what they think will be effective. Karrigan is really good at sometimes just calling for those executes straight away, and then sometimes calling for mid-round maneuvers. See there, just trying to fight through CT smoke. Never worked out for them though. Twists able to do a good bit of work from the bomb site. And EG decide to take their first pause ahead of this one.
Try and break that momentum before things get a little too out of hand.
I've got that saved ult for Wiz. So definitely will be some eyes on him in this route. Although right now, FaZe are not on his side of the map. So it might be hard to get that AWP involved.
Refreshes the smoke on the B bomb site, so there is some potential for delay. Although he may end up dropping that smoke between the wall and the van, just to his left here, which helps give options for rotations into the bomb site. Now, Wiz is still committed in the A bomb site. Breeze is the man holding points around ramp, as there hasn't been a commitment from FaZe as of yet. Nino spots Brokey. There's a rifle to be collected then. We're still on the A bomb site here. Now, if Karrigan gets a frag towards B, we could have some problems. Neelan's been lost, and so has the rifle. Now it's certainly protected of automatic being dropped. Karrigan could go down here. Indeed, he will do. Does that push the T's towards the A bomb site? They haven't seen the AWP just yet. They should be pretty sure that it isn't on B, however. But then now they've got to get the bomb around that corner of short towards A. And as Rops is dropped by Wiz, Rain will use that opportunity to do exactly that. 1v2 then for Wiz. He's got a kit as well. Money's together with the team, so he can go for this. He has been heard and dispatched off. Not too dangerous round, but there was a lot of damage in that one for FaZe.
Yeah, nice heads-up play from Twists at the end there to get in behind, but not too bad there for EG, all things considered. Refresh made a really nice attempt there at repositioning after stealing that rifle on B. Just lost that fight. Rain ended up being able to clear him out. And so FaZe starting to get control of this game, but there is now the buy round back out for EG. Walk for Brokey. Doesn't get to land a shot. But Karrigan swings anyway. Just takes the fight against automatic. Karrigan having a great map right now.
Dropped between the smokes. Not quite Disney for Breeze then. 5-on-3. Karrigan continues to lurk. Still fondly remember him main AWPing in the TSM days many, many moons ago. That guy's got a lot of XP and uses it very, very well in this FaZe Clan squad. EG concentrating their forces into one spot then. Bombs planted on A. Can't imagine they'll move much from the B bomb site. Refresh 2 for 6 at the moment. New man refresh.
Ooh. for FaZe in this one. I was trying to figure out if that smoke was meant to hit his teammate in the back or whether it was meant to bounce off. It didn't matter in the end.
Maybe he's griefing. Maybe it does the job.
Yeah, who knows? Maybe it is a smoke lineup to throw it at your teammate's back. That's where you want it to land. You never know. Oh, I'm a little surprised. Rain is hunting here. I guess they do have money. Won't work out for him. Wonder if EG will try and steal the AK. You would be tempted.
How do EG retake control of this first half? That is a question they need to answer. Nealon will grab the AK-47. Awkward moment for them. They've all got about $3,000 per person. If they drop for 2 teammates and, well, 3 rifles, maybe they just force into it, really. Be a bit light of grenades here or there, but does that encourage them to make an aggressive play at the beginning? Let's see what they choose to do. They will keep the money together, so they're not going to force around these 3 rifles. But they'll go out for a big buy, presumably with an AWP in the next round. Automatic and breeze with Desert Eagles then. But still somewhat passive. No aggro plays, no spawn-based plays, no fast boosts over towards B. They'll be looking to play reaction to what FaZe are offering, which will be a lot of junk towards the A-bomb site. Potential of a double pump here by FaZe. Most of their smokes have been deployed though. Just one for Carrigan, but they are still far better equipped. That smoke has gone into the windows. So they're going to be fragging out now with mollies to hold the positions. Rain will swing out. Surely there'll be a molly towards the jungle position. Flashes will continue. Chain flashes. Look at these flashes go. Rain eats one of them. He does have support though. And the smokes will be here as well. Not sure if I missed those if they were on the floor. Either way, the smokes are here. And Carrigan will force his way through. So many flashes here for FaZe. But that one won't quite work in his favor. 5v4 then for EGs. They look for a retake. They don't have a defuse kit from what I can see. And that bomb is quite ticked. They need to get on that bomb really quick, but they need to find so many frags as well. So they may lose a fair amount here. Brokey and Rops remain, and still no one's on that bomb just yet. I think there might be time for this, actually. Could be somewhat of a robbery from EG. Just in time. That was really down to the wire in terms of time to get on the bomb, but they were able to do it and keep 4 players alive, starting with 3 rifles in that round.
Yeah, I think Rob's just decided it was going to be too difficult to get back into the site. I think he just decided to save at the end there. Must have realized that they had tapped that bomb, but Carrigan getting team flashed, I think was unfortunate. He threw his own flash, and then I think Rops was trying to throw one just a little after. So he was maybe hoping that EG would turn from the first flash and then turn back into Rops' flash. But just not well coordinated there. Ends up blinding Carrigan fully. And it gives EG the opportunity to come in on the retake. And fair play to EG. They are very quick on the kills. They needed to be because the bomb was ticked very far. So a little frustrating for FaZe there. They had so much control of that bomb site, but unable to close the round. And maybe that will be EG's path back into this half.
Wiz tried to avoid the first flash, but ate the second one. Again, the chain flashes working well. And Wiz is lost early. They didn't buy in the last round to have that good buy in this one. They've got problems very early on indeed. Now, how do you respond to that? What's the aggressive play to be made? Who takes the risk to find a way back into this round now? Or will you be at the mercy of FaZe? Might be a boost on shortcoming. But look at all these players here from FaZe Clan. Refresh playing anti-flash. Nealon the initial engager. Pre-firing. And Refresh is here to clear up. There's more action to come though. As there are 2 more CTs. Able to squeeze the incendiary out. and slow FaZe down what remains of them. 3 players here. What do you do now, FaZe? Twist looking for something from that stairs position. Oh, that's so awkward. Bomb spotted. 40 seconds remain. CT's rotating. That will be heard by Rops. How many players does he identify in that CT spawn position? Do they go for a short plant? He's got enough information. Rops has full grenades at the moment. Could smoke off the short position. 22 seconds on the clock here. Brokey will go for the plant. Rops hasn't used his util just yet. Breeze makes his way looking to pre-fight a triple position, but it's Neelan who's lost first, and there goes Breeze as well. They have the man advantage. What is happening here? They've just been railed like it's Quake. Twist and Rops remain both low. Rops still with that molly. Doesn't even need to face. Quist can tell him, and he can throw his molly. Twist disengaging completely. Automatic looking towards ramp, but nobody's home. Surely he goes for the save now at this point. Brutal. That was a nothing retake from EG there.
Twist doing a great job there, getting that double kill from Tetris. Did not think he was going to get away with 2 so quickly like that. Breeze couldn't win the fight against him. There was that first, and then just swings wide, makes it so that he takes the second fight quickly. Still some moments of timings being slightly off for FaZe earlier in the round, but the players are stepping up right now. And that has got them into a good position. Still enough for EG to have guns into this round. Looks like we might see them contest for mid here. Boost up for refresh. Wonder if he's going to try and play the spot where he's, not going to be spotted easily. Rain doesn't clear it out. Beautifully done by refresh. Nice little trick to get the opener. FaZe have been loving this A site, though. Might just be back to A again. And EG don't have anyone on the site itself right now.
Opportunity for Brokey has come and gone. He's the man with the smoke at the moment. FaZe start to creep in. Is there a flash for Carrigan to round this corner? He is carrying the bomb as well. There's the flash. No one picking just yet. Another one. Breeze eats that one. Forced away. Wiz has an important position. He's on fire, though. FaZe using the util well to force all of these CTs away. Automatic still finds something. Quick scope for Brokey. More to find as the flashes will slow everyone down. That smoke won't be there forever in connector.
Bomb has been planted.
Repositioning to jungle. There's one in CT already. 2 in con. And 2 in CT it will be then, and it's 4 versus 2 for EG. Kits on 3 players. No util though. They have got to trade the first frag if it goes the way of FaZe. That is essential for them. Brokey falling back for the reload, not for them not to hear it. They won't get any of these kills. EG survive with 4 then as they storm the bomb sites.
Brokey just not quite ready there. It's some good combat AWPing initially though to allow the bomb to be planted. But fair play to EG, winning a couple of the early fights. And it means that even though the bomb goes down, they're set up really well for retake. Sometimes that is just how you have to play on Mirage. Solid stuff from EG, putting up a good fight here. Definitely what we were hoping to see from them here at IEM Dallas. FaZe still up right now, though, and it looks like it might be another early round commitment from FaZe. Everyone grouped up to B early, and we haven't seen much action towards this B site so far, but Wiz is here with the AWP.
A quick surge from FaZe. Wiz doesn't outstay his welcome, takes one shot, and again, so many flashes from FaZe. But who's the man to try and get the entries? Rain's the most forward person, and he's in front of a molly. The bomb starts to fall back for FaZe as the initial push has failed. They're looking to find some map control quickly and establish their options. No presence towards A, but at least they've got people in mid. 5-on-4 for EG. They don't really have a lot of utility left here. That's their last smoke gone. 2 flashes and a HE grenade then. They'll have to be careful about their movements, about their peaks for information, EG. With these AKs pointing towards them. They've got 3 AKs themselves, though. Things slow down as we head towards that 40-second mark.
They'd love for Rain to just cause a bit of chaos here on B. They could either split towards B or maybe just see if they could fake out rotations. And it looks like FaZe will commit in towards this B side of the map. He's holding. Good shot with the AWP. Now he will look back to short. His teammate here to help. And it is a comfortable round win for EG. Everyone surviving. And FaZe just running low on options at the end of the round there, it felt like. The initial B play didn't work. They got stalled out. And they got pretty handily beaten down on that B bomb site.
The score is kind of close. I wonder what the more difficult side is expected to be for EG in this map of Mirage. Probably T side? What do you think?
Yeah, you would probably say so. But I think for FaZe, the coordination has looked a little off. We've seen some team flashes, not always having great spacing. So definitely feels like a FaZe that could be got at here by EG. I mean, this round is not going to look great for FaZe at all. The mostly European squad got an AK on ROPS, but yeah, they've got to sharpen up here on the FaZe side. EG giving them a game right now.
Rain up to some shenanigans in mid, standing in the smoke. EG won't be too aggressive there. So yeah, we haven't seen too many like super aggressive plays from EG in this game, and they've lost the AWP to Carrigan's P250 in the window as the opening frag of the round, which is less than ideal. And Neelan's got problems on the B bomb site. He's done a lot of damage though, but has he done enough? Twist has an AK-47 and no Kevlar, but I've seen him do more than this with no Kevlar.
Especially when you get that bomb down. Rain in a position that can be hard to clear. It's tucked in a little more than you might expect. EG taking their time on this retake, waiting for Automatic to come in from short. But Twist has a lot of positions he has to look at. It's Rain with the D, but now he's got 2 angles, so he tucks in. He tries to isolate, but Automatic comes through in time. EG tying up the scoreline. This has been a great CT side from EG and a great team effort as well. Look at the scoreboard right now. Everyone on EG is delivering.
Yes, that is a fantastic average for EG. Surviving versus the likes of FaZe Clan as we head to the last round of the first half. Who will lead at halftime? Twist a little short on grenades, but the AKs are out. That's the main thing for FaZe. We've seen so many chain flashes from them in this half. Really trying to blind EG with the light, but again, only good for 7 of 14 rounds. Window smoke from Carrigan. Plenty of time in this round yet. Nice nade from Wiz, even Carrigan sub 60. EG are waiting for FaZe to make their play. No one in connector on this occasion. There's no presence on short either. EG are playing very defensive towards B. Maybe in case of another surge, but there's no one really to stop. No one has any angle to stop this surge onto the A bomb site. from FaZe. This is by design for EG. Now it's time to deliver. Automatic Khan with that AK-47 breeze. Needs a multi-frag here in the smoke. He'll still find Rain. 3v3, jumping to see over the smoke, find out where these players are. He's done all he can. Refreshes here though with 2, leaving Twist in the clutch. 1v1 versus Leland now. 33 seconds on the clock. Look at that spray from Twist. It will be a 1-round lead at half time for FaZe. They survived EG, but can they thrive in the second half? Find out after the break.
I remember, I don't forget, bitch, I'm everywhere in town. Thinking about the ways to get my bread up. Trying to see the train with Rosetta. I got no resentment, no vendetta. Yeah, she told me up because I let her. Bet I eat that bar like it's a setup. Pussy dripping down on the stilettos. I don't want the silence. I've been overseas looking honest. Then again at me choosing violence. Yeah, keep it on the low. You know that's the code. Okay, baby, that's the code. You already know. Got a bad bitch from the 90210. Stacking all these anthems and I'm only 24. I'ma make them dance, yeah. Cushion my advance, yeah. I eat all that fake shit on the surface in my soul, yeah. I can feel my heart be racing, I'm just trying to cope. You know that I'm faded when I really do the most, yeah. But you got me jaded if I turn into a ghost. Everybody talking like they made it to the top, yeah. Knowing when I get there, they just wanna be like me. You'll be disappointed when you know I'll never stop, yeah. Thinking you should mind your business, turn around and leave. I remember, I don't forget, bitch, I'm everywhere in town. Thinking about the ways to get my bread up. Trying to see the train with Rosetta. I got no resentment, no vendetta. You came up the street from Kendall Jenner. Cool marks on a cap and on a sweater. You think that you know me, but you never, girl. I don't want the silence. I've been overseas looking honest. Then again at me choosing violence. Yeah, keep it on the low. You know that's the code. I don't want the silence. I've been overseas looking honest. Then again at me choosing violence. Yeah, keep it on the low. You know that's the code.
So far, so good. 8-7 is the kind of scoreline we want to see. We want to see presence from Evil Geniuses, and on paper, we certainly have that. But how will things look by the end of this half? We will bear witness to that now as we start in the pistol in the second half. Heading immediately towards that B-bomb site, cutting noise EG. Wiz will be the grenade man. 2 smokes for the CT side. Carrigan will be the initial engager then, as Brokey will try to help if he can. Smoke's being deployed towards that window. Carrigan delivers a first kill, but Twist is soon dropped. Carrigan still alive for now. The breeze is dispatched of him. Brokey on that short position, moving forward as the bomb is planted on the B-bomb side. There is elevation for EG as well, with Wiz in the apartments. All dancing as Rain is lost. Rops and Brokey to try and clutch this one. Now it's down to Rops. 1 versus 4. He's got perfect Kevlar. He's also got a kill. Looking for these tight engagements here. Heading in now. He needs them to give him something. With no kit, unlikely for him to find something. 1 damage on his armor stops him getting that cheap helmet upgrade if he wanted it in the next round. Try to squeeze another kill out of this if he can. But that won't happen. So then, EG have taken the pistol. The score is tied. This is a great scenario because now we have a real match. We can see Refresh warming his hands up. He may realize this as well.
Yeah, EG really competing right now. And you saw there at the end, I think Wiz realized he didn't have anything to save, so just commits to the bomb site, sees if he can get that final kill, take away the Kevlar, but no, he cannot. So Rops will invest into the FAMAS. And it is a force buy for FaZe. Carrigan, top fragging right now, has been very involved in that first half. Some of the stars need to step up, and wow, Nealon flying up connector. Didn't clear out Rops, but this A site is now under pressure. Flash lands right on the face of Rops. He can't help his teammate. And EG getting good ground towards this A site right here.
Dropping all the nades for his teammate. So they can take position. Moving forward, finding nothing. By the stairs. Refresh, constant tap, so Carrigan walks into them. Twist and Rops remain.
Ooh.
All right, Twist with the Desert Eagle. Trying to do what he can. Twist. We've seen him do this before. 1 versus 2. Needs a reload. That is scary. More work to be done. Bomb getting planted. Bomb is planted. Don't need to peek him now. You can see they've got a crossfire set up, a contact set up. As soon as he's seen by one, the other will pop out. He may understand this as he tries to find the correct angles. Pre-fire! Twist, surely not. Oh my god. The sheer level of skill we see from him from round to round. So dangerous. They're really up against it, and you can see they appreciate that. Not an easy task to beat Twist with a deagle.
Yeah, you just always feel like it's possible with Twists. As soon as he gets that second kill, you realize the round is on. He's just so quick with his ability to land shots, and I love the way he baited out that peak. Baited that player into trying to trade. Gave himself the best possible chance, but unable to convert the round win. And that means FaZe are down to just a very weak buy again. This is about to be EG coming out to a decent lead here. And you've got to remember on that CT side, when you can't establish that economy, it can get very scary. If you just start getting reset, EG could start to come on through with a streak of rounds here. Make sure they don't have any issues with this one at least. Should be a comfortable one for EG. Connector control. It looks like it might just be that funnel through connector towards the A bomb site. Rain is here, 5-7. Oh, Rain destroying them in connector. Finally, the trade comes through, but Breezy has so much to do, and he cannot do it. It's only Refresh remaining, and out of nowhere, a thunderstorm strikes. It's Rain with all the kills needed, and FaZe fire right back.
There's just too much skill on this squad. Rain. That 5-7, so dirty. Great delay from one to the other. As far as he's concerned anyway. Gets the 1v1s he's looking for and delivers again and again. And that's been devastating for EG. They had momentum, things were going in their favor, and now look at them. They're on their knees in this round.
Oh man, you just wonder if that could be the turning point. I feel like FaZe are one of the best teams at just winning those BS rounds out of nowhere. Just with the skill you have available on this team. And EG have some pistols of their own, but I don't know if they can do what Rain just did.
Not without those CT angles. FaZe clan on the CT side with 3 AKs. EG were in a similar situation, but of course, this is FaZe clan. Oh. Ooh. Oh, Oh, it might not land in time. Then again, maybe it will. Twist. Look at the frags. The flurry. The Arico frags, but still very nice indeed. 19 kills then for Twist. 10-9. 19 kills in 19 rounds. Not bad stats at all. EG, let's see what this round looks like for them. It may still be a poverty round for this T side. Certainly won't be for FaZe.
FaZe should use this as a chance to build up even more money. Oh, mate, you've got two players here holding. Yeah, that is about how I expected that to go. Comfortable for FaZe. See if EG can get back to a position where they are looking competitive, because FaZe have started to take over slightly. But EG will now have their opportunity with the gun round out. And this is the question you asked earlier, James. Can they do it on their T side as well, on the EG side? We're about to find out as they have the full guns in play. And bo1 getting into Palace early. Is refresh ready? Looks like he's not going to fight yet. Oh. Refresh is really trying to tease the shot out. And the jiggle peek does enough, but bo1 hangs around.
And seeing the quick scope. Decides against it. Nice jiggles by Refresh, though. Showed enough leg to bait the shot. Not enough leg to be shot. Clean anyway. That's an example of why the movement is so important. Looking at CS2 and the tester. Heading towards 40 seconds for EG to make a play, and it's going to be a dry peek from Breeze into connector. Cutting noise now. bo1 assumes nothing. Look at the quick scope from him. That's automatic, no less. bo1 going nuclear in connector. EG may be thinking, oh, he's not going to be checking this. We've given no sound. We'll be somewhere else. Getting massacred in that connected position by FaZe. And there's nothing for Refresh to do but watch the clock tick to 0.
Big step up from bo1, who'd been having a real quiet game. That triple kill puts him up to only 8. But now that he's on CT side, maybe he can be that lockdown AWP that FaZe are looking for. And those were some special shots in connector. This is where bo1 seems to do his best work. Close to medium range. There aren't really many AWPers better than him. He loves taking those fights. He loves getting up close and personal. And for EG, this game is starting to slip away from them here. They're doing a good job at making this competitive, but the FaZe stars just kept showing up. Twist has had clutches. Now bo1 arrives. Rain had that round with a 5-7. The individuals on FaZe are proving too much to handle right now.
This is that rough scenario where every other round is a crap round with some pistols. Not much else to shout about. Silent creep from EG. Refresh of that hero, AK-47. FaZe position themselves very far away from this connector area. That's the rifler down to 11 HP. bo1 trying to stay alive. Doing an okay job of it, but getting domed eventually. 45 seconds on the clock as FaZe move into defensive positions. Wiz has been dealt with. You see them trying to make their way towards the side. Bomb has been dropped and EG have been dealt with. FaZe move to 13 rounds to the 9 of EG. Even though EG are going to be coming back onto the buy again, you have to wonder if their best is behind them in this game.
It feels like FaZe were maybe a little slow to start, but have really showed up in this second half. Timeout taken, chance for a discussion ahead of a key round for EG. Vorborg doing the talking. He's the coach of the team. And we've got to see what they think their solution is, because they haven't made the recent T rounds all that close. FaZe have been stepping up tremendously. Great to see Twists back in his home continent. Not home country, but home continent. Doing a great job with 20 kills. But the hometown team EG right now need to find a way back into this one. Good control being fought for early. Brokey is in underpass with the AWP and Rops alongside him. Not easy to get away from this setup safely. They're just going to stick to it. An automatic might walk into the AWP right now. Ooh, jiggles again. And they bait out Brokey's AWP shot.
What will they do with that? They've got no presence towards top mid. EG repositioning around A. But what will their timing be for a play here? FaZe slowly falling back, throwing some junk towards top mid. It seems they might have the readers. We've got 4 players heading towards A, which could be repositioning through connector. Are they going to be in the right place at the right time? Brokey was so close to that frag, despite being blind. So there is the opener for EG, but do they have the protocols, the process to continue moving forward? Jungle position is open for the time being. Connector is re-smoked. There'll be some junk thrown towards jungle. But they're still here. We've got the chain flashes from the T side as well there. As Carrigan looks for that transfer, he will be denied. Twist and Rain remain. One being planted then. What do FaZe choose to do? They've got a lot of money. They've got a lot of money. Even if it's just about making EG lose some more players, that might be enough in this round. EG aren't too far behind though. Long spray from automatic and only Rain remains now. EG are on the cusp of 10 rounds. Wiz creeping.
Like Brokey.
Oh, he's got a kit with Rain. This might not be over just yet, even though there are 3 players surrounding the site. Starting to move back though. I think this round is over now.
Time to get away. Rain realizes, although won't be able to. EG hunt him down at the end. And I think Brokey got caught trying to commit more towards the bomb site because they didn't have much A information. I think he was maybe even trying to clear out Tetris, but he committed into the open. The timing was just terrible for him. Got caught trying to fall back, and it gave EG that opening. And then from there, Refresh with those 2 crucial kills on the site to make this a 3-round game. Still money for FaZe and options for Brokey. Trying to make these plays, finally gets one of those early shots.
Oh, the quick scope is so outrageous. Able to escape as well. He knows his timing. EG, I have to wonder if they're at the mercy of FaZe in this round. Wiz tags Rops on the second attempt. Both still standing. But EG have only got 3 players left with 1:20 on the clock. That's the bomb escaping the mid situation. That would have been a catastrophe for them. Had Wiz gone down there. 4 versus 2, but Refresh has got great timing. New man on the squad. Keeping them in this one. Bombs on the way as well. Full rotation from FaZe coming through. And Breezes dropped by Rops. Down goes Twisto, but Carrigan's here to trade, leaving Wiz in the clutch. 1v2. He's got 1 minute on the clock. There's a rough idea of where these players are, but Rops is so ready for that headshot. There's a 14th round for FaZe.
Yeah, the early trade's really solid for FaZe. Just the mid-fight helping them. Brokey this time gets that pick he was searching so desperately for. And EG tried to make it close. I like the Refresh. Realized he had to make a play towards A. He nearly brought the round back. But FaZe hold on. 14 for FaZe. 2 away from an opening win here at Dallas. They have looked much improved in this second half. See what EG have ready for this round. Refresh again. Always got a jiggle peek just in case Brokey's there. Looks like they will spot out that the AWP is not in Palace this time. It's playing a bit further back instead.
Look at this timing from Twist. Dropping Nealon top mid. Bomb streaming in though. Not enough distraction in mid as we can see because Rain is still delivering on the A bomb site. No options really for EG. Running out of players. Match point for FaZe Clan then. EG have done well to get to 10 rounds, but again, is it over for them? What even is the situation with their money and such? How much can they bring into this round? How much hope is there for EG?
Yeah, it's just been slowly slipping away from EG here. They won the pistol in this second half, but once we've hit the gun rounds, they've only won 1 more T round. Not looking good for them right now, but they're trying to make a move into connector. Twist goes down early. Good opportunity for EG. Spam through unsuccessful, but Nealon delivers his second kill of the round, and that B site is wide open right now. That's got to be the round.
Yeah, that's really fast indeed into that position. Now, indeed, something for FaZe to think about. Well, 2 versus 4. I can't imagine they go for this one. Yeah, they've got money for now, but that could quickly disappear. And they only need 1 round, really. No need to throw the good money after the bad. They'll disengage from this one. EG stay in the fight. We'll see if they can upgrade some of these Galils. A lot of weapons around that short position. Can't imagine FaZe will be defending it. I think Wiz will go and have a look. EG head to 11 then. What do you think of what you've seen from EG so far?
Yeah, it looks pretty decent for them. I think the first half was solid. I'm glad just that we're seeing some more of the individuals show up. Breeze is someone you always look to because he was so good in the past, a previous top 20 player. So I think that's the main positive I've taken. But I think this T side still needs to show us a little more. I also think it's fair to say FaZe, especially in the first half, probably weren't at their best. Some of the timings looked a little off. But just the fact that EG have brought this close definitely seems like a step in the right direction. And they could still go on to do more here. Just 4 rounds in it. Nade into connector. Big damage onto Brokey there.
EG keeping it simple. But FaZe might be keeping it painful. Is this a hard read? They've got 3 players here, FaZe. They must have an idea of what EG are up to, but they still need to deliver. And they are not doing that whatsoever. We've got big problems for FaZe Clan now. Robson's got 10,000. He can spread the wealth on the rest of the team, but Twist is here, not for long. That's a big frag to get. Carrigan back to the TSM days on the AWP. 1 versus 3. Rolling back the years would be an understatement if he can clutch this. EG just holding, cutting noise. Holding for how long? Carrigan will hold position. As he starts to wonder about a potential flank, maybe. Or will he just focus on the A-bomb site? Withdrawing from the Palace peak. EG starting to creep through. Well, he's being deployed. Nealon making his way over. Not checking properly. Oh, Carrigan misses opportunity. Trying to tag there. 30 seconds. What is the play? Considering dropping the smoke to create some space. Wiz is lurking already. Carrigan still with the knife out. And down. 12 rounds for EG. They're getting closer and closer.
Yeah. Carrigan picking up that AWP to just try and be the solo B defender, but rotating in, not ideal. He thought the stack would set it up for him. Did not happen. They just got decimated. And Automatic, you know, he doesn't mind a comeback attempt against FaZe. No stranger to it. Hopefully Carrigan isn't getting flashbacks right now. But for EG, I mean, definitely a good sign there. They're just able to roll over the hold. I don't even think that comes down to anything other than just great shots, really. FaZe just didn't have the opportunity to react, even though they probably should have had some favorable fights. FaZe still with money for now, but it is starting to run dry. This could be the opportunity for EG to bounce back into this.
FaZe have been so dangerous on the pistols. I hesitate to say that if EG win by elimination, this round is worth 2. It's not versus FaZe. It's still,
that's true.
Every round is a winnable round for FaZe Clan, especially this one. 23 kills for Twist, leading on the server, but everybody's turning up for both squads. Is that scope heard by Breeze, I wonder? They are bunching up again. EG keeping it real simple, just trying to abuse the numbers one way or another.
Oh,
yeah, he can see.
The backpack.
Yeah. Oh no, that's not part of the model. That's a great opportunity. Now Twist has to deal with this, but there's no one far back to throw these flashes, really. They'll get the kills regardless. Twist has got so many people coming his way. The trade frag is all but guaranteed. Down goes Rops as well. I spoke about winning by elimination. Look at the lack of cash on FaZe. There might be that pistol run I mentioned. Rain is a country mile away from that B bomb site and has no intentions of heading in that direction. From that gap, you couldn't really tell what part of the model that was. But again, that wasn't the body. Maybe an ammo belt or something on the model. A fantastic response from EG. That trade was almost instant afterwards. The trade, rather, the entry.
Oh, Ray wins the fight, so he's fine. Yeah, I don't know if it was the backpack poking out or what it was, but man, that is a real tough... And it's a great shot to just get that entry and get so much access to the B-bomb site. Really hard for FaZe to respond. You see they're struggling to get into position. And EG, big underdogs in this matchup, but they have brought it much closer than anyone would have expected. And now FaZe are in a position where, other than that one saved rifle, it's the pistols that might have to try and pull through. I'll have one more buy if we reach round 30. But as you were saying, I'm not going to count this one out.
EG are still trucking. Many wouldn't have thought they would get this far, but just how far can they go? Overtime needs to be achieved. We'll worry about the rest afterwards. Still a dangerous round this. Still a winnable round for FaZe. Many matches have been won with rounds like this. Rob starts off early and is able to stay alive as well. They weren't able to trade that kill, and that's a problem. They're all bunched up again as per usual on this T side, EG. Of course, save for the lurker. Rops will continue to jiggle.
Oof.
Show some shoulder. They start to creep out. He rings the bell of Neil, and his teammates can follow up on that. Potentially. These AKs are working. No refresh. His patience has paid off. You see him showing the rifle, trying to bait a shot potentially from that jungle position. Rain has made his way towards CT now with that M4A4. A smoke to create some space for the CTs. Take some angles away. But EG are rotating away. This is a risky read, a daring read, but it is the right read if they can do this in good time. Automatic, the smoke on connector, making his way towards B now. They have avoided the stack from FaZe.
And not much FaZe can do at this point. Carrigan even caught in connector. Automatic gets away back towards the B site, even though he's dinked. Bomb will go down. FaZe will go for the save. You have to assume. There is an AK in connector. Maybe Twist can get that. Yes, he can. And do EG decide to hunt here? We're heading into the last round of regulation. They don't have to save their guns. They've got money in the bank. Maybe they do want to see if they can take away that AK that they know was dropped. Either way, FaZe have kept enough money that they should have a good buy, but EG bringing us to 30. We've been wanting to see some life from this team. This is a great way to do it against one of the best teams in the world. You don't just want to see them compete, you want to see them get wins. They've got to do it under the pressure of the final round of regulation.
You don't want FaZe clan with AK-47s if you can help it. It will just be the one. But on the hands of Twist, that is extremely dangerous. Extremely. Let's see then if EG can bring this to overtime. That would be an achievement in itself versus the likes of FaZe clan. Best of one or best of three. Doesn't matter. Progress is progress. Brokey in the Palace position once again. See if Refresh can do just as good a job of baiting with the jiggles. Again, EG with big intentions, big numbers towards this A-bomb site on this occasion. And here are the jiggles from Refresh. This time he goes a little too deep and Brokey delivers the frag. Not shy for a quick scope either, as we know. Executes into the bomb site, rejoins his teammates. Rain elevated, looking for heads. Speaking of which, Breeze is almost above him now. He finds Neela. No, that's the bomb dropped. They could be capitulating at the very end here, EG, but Breeze has found two. Finally, Breeze coming to life. There's Rob's dropped by a bench position as well. Turning things around are EG. Carrigan expiring over towards B. And Twist will come through in the clutch. Again, he's got that AK. That could be the difference maker. He doesn't have a kit. He didn't even have the money for a helmet. There are plenty of kits on the site, though. But this is really killing some time. He's got to get his skates on. There's the first kill. Where are the remaining two? The molly to isolate the fight. He's really got to go fast. There's a smoke on the bomb. He's got two kits in front of it as well. It'll have to be a gamble. He'll have to try and stick it, but there's surely no way. Automatic denies him, and we're going to overtime.
It looked like the smoke bounced back. I don't think it landed on the bomb, and that's why he just has to run through. And EG, Breeze with all the credit in the world. He sneaks onto the site. He sneaks behind them. Two players stuck on the site in an awkward position. And Breeze even runs through the CT smoke, catching Carrigan off guard. A brilliant maneuver from him. And I mean, Rain rubbing those hands together. He wants to get ready for overtime. They got the first kill, but it's these players getting caught on the site. Breeze is just able to find a way in behind them. No one covering this. And that one flash is perfect. It sets him up beautifully. They cut off the rotation, and EG bouncing back with a really good end to the T side. And now they've got a chance to do it into overtime.
That's the stuff that you want to see from Breeze. Long time since I saw some plays like that. The highlights we used to see from him. Needs to be able to bottle that magic, recapture it. This current EG squad. Overtime versus FaZe clan. I'm sure the viewers are streaming in now and when they see the score. I would love to see an EG victory here. Just to see some growth for them. Automatic blindly trying to make his way down mid. Denied. Early advantage for FaZe in the first round of overtime. And they will run with that. Brokey's top mid now. EG have liked bunching up on this T side. They will continue to do so with 4 in the B apartments. Brokey won't have any support in mid. Although Rops is reasonably close. No lurker for EG, no presence elsewhere. Just numbers barreling in as best they can. The first trade is here. Twist has the crossfire. He's got some cover from that short position. That'll help him stay alive as Refresh drops in alone. This one is a failed one for EG. There's no way Wiz does this. 1 minute on the clock. He can't see anything as he is domed by Twist.
Yeah, they get stalled out there. Harrigan, normally the B anchor, but then Twist was also there, sort of committed to the site. Just didn't seem like EG were ready to deal with 2 players on the site itself. So nice adjustment from FaZe. Having that top mid control taken allows Twist to commit back to B. And so FaZe, well, they couldn't close it in regulation, but as soon as they hit overtime, they get a CT round on the board. Now let's see if they can keep it up. EG again, loving this default early in the majority of their rounds. Happy to spread out initially. Roki just loves to take these close range fights, these close range angles. Hard scoped on ramp. No one there for EG. Does Rain decide to push in further? I think they're just sticking with passive setup towards ramp. Just taking this control, but not pushing fully for the info. Meanwhile, EG starting to lean over towards B.
50 seconds on the clock. More of a split from EG on this occasion. Rops on top of the ladder. A super elevated position, and Refresh gets utterly drilled. Great shot from Brokey as well. Repositions, and it's going to be painful for EG to make their way onto this bomb site. 30 seconds, and there's a stall. Leland in mid needs to find something. The barrel of the gun is spotted by Brokey, and FaZe will continue to reposition. This only gets worse for EG here with the stalling. The flash will stop Brokey. Carrigan's dropped. There's no response just yet from FaZe Clan, but here is Twist looking for a second, finding it, and there's Neelan from that short position now. He'll be denied by Twist as well.
Twist stepping up so much for FaZe. 31 kills. Brilliant hold from him on B. Just able to adjust onto that second player, and as soon as he does that, the round is basically done and dusted. Utility not quite good enough from EG on those early fights. And Twist even steals the AK on the turnaround at the end there. Beautifully done. And now for EG, they have to find something here. At least they've got the money to get the full buy here in overtime still. It's first to 19 right now. And FaZe looking for all 3 CT rounds.
Carrigan's posted up on short. Refresh taking heavy damage, tanking damage in mid. FaZe might be good for a 3-0 half here. Rops has made his way through to T-spawn, but hasn't seen Refresh in Palace. He'll be dispatched very quickly by Rain. Nothing taken for granted by FaZe Clan, giving him a 5v3 advantage. And EG have no idea how little map control they have. There's the bomb lost, and there are their chances gone with that bomb loss for a 3rd round, surely.
It's just been one-sided in this overtime. Doesn't feel like EG have really brought these rounds close. Automatic 1v5. Just no way he can do anything here. Crossfire is so good. And so Rops is the man to close it. 18 for FaZe. 1 more needed for them to take the opening win here in Dallas. EG have put up a good fight, but they've got to dig even deeper to try and take us to a second OT. Let's see if FaZe can close it, or if EG can find a way to make it competitive again, because so far in overtime, It really feels like FaZe have had EG's number here.
Bunched up in Palace FaZe, looking for a fast split of this A-bomb site. Rain will sneak past that, but where did it come from? EG playing very defensive on B. The T-smoke, sorry, my brain farted for a second there. 3 players around the A-bomb site. Make it 2. Automatic has been dropped. 4 on 4. A nervous scenario for EG. Oh, we've got to creep through the smoke. Was that spotted by Breeze? I think it may have been. EG starting to move on the B bomb site. They may need to get over to A quickly. Or do they? FaZe disengaging from Palace. Initial plans not going the way they wanted. Rotating towards the ramp at least. Refresh looking for information now. They don't know what is happening as far as the B apps are concerned, which will leave Nealon on short looking at the windows. This means they're going to be very far away from that A-bomb site. Refresh off to the races now. Can he get to the ramp in time? 30 seconds as FaZe have a lot of presence around this A-bomb site. Waiting for that smoke to pop on. Connector gives Refresh some extra time. Breeze behind that smoke. Refresh so close to that ramp now. Again, just trying to delay with the flashes. Breeze holding the edge of that smoke, but can Refresh stop this bomb from being planted? He can't. Neither can Wiz. The barrel of the gun seen. Brokey dropped by Wiz, and Rops is in the clutch now. 1 versus 4. Only good for the 1 though. EG get the first round on the CT side.
Yeah, getting up into that 4v3 initially. FaZe try and reset, try and just make no noise and see if they can draw players away from A. And it looked like it was kind of working, but as they tried to sneak in, does not pay off for them in the post plant. EG come back through quickly, get into position at the right time. As you said, Wiz just spotting that gun barrel makes it a little easier to win that fight. So 1 down, 2 more needed for EG. FaZe already had a match point in regulation. They've still got 2 more here. Oh, Wiz finds that opener onto Carrigan. Trying to run out into mid, but the AWP denies. FaZe having to fight from a man down.
Game of CT rounds in overtime, perhaps, as Wiz looks for a second and delivers.
Oh.
Beautiful work. 3 remain. Still dangerous with these players for FaZe. Doesn't matter what configuration of the 3 it is. But they'll have significantly less presence with these 3. The combo, the automatic. We'll get the kill, regardless of the incendiary. And another one. There is the bomb. Where is the last one? That's Rops in Connector. 1 versus 5. Much work for him to do. 1 minute on the clock. POV is fascinating for the mind of Rops as he tries to approach 5 players with the bomb as a known entity. Sees the barrel of the gun, swings, but again, it's just too much to do. EG, 2 for 2 on the CT side. 1 more to go to keep this ball rolling. And if they do get this round, if they can keep that momentum, they will continue on the CT side, which means they may end up with a lead. But that is a long way down the road, because this is a full buy from FaZe Clan, and they need to get past this point before we can look at the rest of the information that may or may not arrive.
FaZe all grouped outside A early. We've seen them go for these instant executes before. Quick smokes into the A bomb site. You've got to make sure you can deal with counter utility if you do want to go for that sort of play. This time, no one committed to the site right now for EG. Maybe playing more of a retake setup. Mid control is there though, so EG can get that info that mid is clear. Now they might start to look back towards this site a little further.
Starting to move in the CTs, but they're still going to have to deal with all these AK-47s. They do have 3 of their own. The flashes may come as well. Carrigan gets the first one. Refresh is dropped as well by Rain. And in FaZe go. There are mollies everywhere. Wiz has no angle to his AWP. Automatic's full committed, and he can't do anything either. The last CT round is where it will all collapse for EG. Neelan can't do anything. All 5 survived for FaZe Clan, and they just survived that test versus EG in their first game here at IEM Dallas 2023.